What's up, everyone? It's Ray. Today we're going to be doing a device review on the brand new EHPRO Valkyrie. I got this in a group buy on Attack of the Clones on Facebook, and I got mine for 51 bucks, but I was looking online price-wise. This is about 60 bucks, $59.99 on most of the sites that I've seen. This one is different from the one that they advertised on e-cig.com, which is the first one I believe that was carrying these. This one has all of the markings. Let me show you. So you got the Valkyrie logo right there on the tube. And is that going to show? Yeah, and it's a Valkyrie right there on the ring. So basically this is a stainless steel hybrid dripper. I have a really cheap little drip tip on there just because none of my other drip tips were really fitting, which is one of the cons that I'll go over later. Basically what we have here is this nice sleek design. Kind of has that hourglass figure. Very short throw on the button here. Very, very short throw. You can see that's it, just that little bit. And to lock it, if I could do this on camera, there you go. I believe this is reverse threaded. So that's locked, nothing, and then twist there to get the fire. So how about we go into up close mode and I'll show you all the ins and outs of the Valkyrie clone. Alright, so here we are in up close mode. You can see the mod in its entirety, or the hybrid. It's not just a mod, this comes with everything you need. So first things first, we have the adjustable airflow. Now this might not be the easiest thing to see, but basically there's your airflow, these little tiny slits, and it comes with 3 of them. So what that means is when you take off your top cap, say you have a dual coil like I have right now, and you can see it's a 3-post dripper hybrid with post holes, which makes it very convenient. And I have a little macro build on there right now. But right now I have it in dual mode, and I have it all the way open. So line those up. One thing I thought was pretty cool was, oops, I lined it up the other way. That when they're lined up perfectly, show you here, so you have the logo and where it says Valkyrie right here all line up perfectly, and you have your 2 airflow holes going. And to change it, you just twist. So there's little slots in there, and you just twist this to close the slots. Now if you wanted to go to single, you would just twist it until you get to your single, and you can tighten it all the way down to almost nothing or open it all the way up. But since we're doing a dual, keep it with the dual air holes. I wanted to take this top cap off because this piece here is supposed to come off, but mine's not. I've tried everything and I don't want to damage it any more than I already have. It looks like one of the O-rings on the inside here is not working. Because when I was twisting this, I noticed a piece of O-ring was sort of showing. So I had to back off, which sucks. But, you know, I guess I don't really need to gain access to it. I'll show you. Here's a box that came in. EHPRO. Open it up. Mod was sitting in here. Came with an extra thing of Eco Wool, which probably won't use. Bunch of O-rings, which is convenient. Too bad I can't take that cap off to replace the O-rings. And it came with a tiny little bit, which you probably won't be able to see. Oh, maybe you can. A little bit of a really thin gauge canthal, which we won't be using. And then another cool thing I noticed, take this out. I'm going to give you this nice little carrying pouch for your Valkyrie. So that way if you're taking it in your pocket, you don't want to scratch it up. Or if you're a lady and you're putting it in your purse and you don't want to scratch it up, put it in this nice little bag. That's basically how it came. then this only will take one 18650 battery, which you'll put in here. So you unscrew your button, and I have my EFES 35 amp. And then the pin, I believe this is going to be a brass pins, solid brass pins. Haven't really seen anywhere else if these are coated. I'm pretty sure this is a solid brass pin. So there have been issues with these, and I'm going to make another video to accompany this one to show people who already have this or are thinking about getting this how easy it is to fix the button. Because a problem that I was having was I was getting a hot button, and I was also getting small little shocks at this where it connects to the mod right here. But it's a very easy fix. I fixed it in a matter of seconds. And then this is the only area here that needs to be adjusted, which is actually counterclockwise. So you adjust this pin so that way you get rid of all battery rattle. Oh, see, I got battery rattle here. You just take this off, twist it a little bit, put this back on, no more battery rattle, and we get fire. Another thing that I forgot to point out is you do get a serial number. Mine's a 493, hard to see, and then you see the vent hole here for your battery. It's only the one that I could find. And then you have, wow, getting horrible lighting. Hopefully you can see this. And then you have the little Valkyrie logo here on the button. Put that back together and go back into regular mode and talk about it, vape on it, and give you the pros and the cons. All right, so now we're back into regular mode again. So as you can see, the EHPRO Valkyrie, it's a very nice device, very sleek, all stainless steel with the brushed finish and the polished finish on these little rings here. In the beginning, I didn't really like it, and for you guys that like the really low sub-ohming, the airflow on this is a little tight for my liking. I like having, typically with like my iGo Ws, I have 1/8 inch air holes, and then on my iGo M, I have, you know, the 6 7/64 air holes that I can adjust. So this isn't going to be your cloud monster, which I'll show you. Let's go ahead and drip some of this demented liquid fairy tears. I'll show you how this thing vapes. Another thing that I forgot to mention, the deck on here is pretty small, as you can see. So it's not a huge deck, not too much room to build with, and you have a very, very small cap for your juice well. Let's go ahead and line this up. Give it a vape, show you how it works. Right now I got a 0.28 ohm build in here, a dual macro build. So I mean, it is pushing out vapor. You saw plenty of vapor, but it's a much warmer vape since you have the lack of airflow. But that's besides the point. Let's go over the pros and the cons of the EHPRO Valkyrie. Pros. This is a fucking sexy mod. Sorry I had to curse, but this is a sexy little device here. It's much smaller than, say, here's the Nemesis with the iGo M. You can see it barely goes up to there. So, I mean, it's a small, it's lightweight, it feels really nice in the hand, having that curve at the bottom. You hold on to it, it holds nice and tight in the hand. Why am I blurry? There we go. It does have adjustable airflow. It's not the best airflow, but it's adjustable, so if you want to do dual coils or single coils, you have that option with this. It has a brushed finish on most of the device other than these two little rings, so it's not a fingerprint magnet. It stays nice and clean. The logos are perfect. I mean, just gorgeous, even though, yeah, clone logo, blah, 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 whatever. Just saying, on a review standpoint, the logos are really nice. They're very well done, very clean. Serial number, everything's very clean. The button right here, there, now you can see that a little bit better. The button logo is nice and clean. It works well once you do the button fix, which I will be putting, and say right here, follow this link that I'm posting, this little annotation. If you have them turned off, turn them on, or just go onto my YouTube and you'll find it there. Check that for the button fix. It's short, it's easy, and it gets rid of all the issues that people have been complaining about, which almost made me not even want to use this device in the beginning. Now it's fixed, it's easy, no problems. Now let's go over the cons. Or actually, one more pro, it's a good price. You're going to get this for $59.99 on most of the online shops. Not sure how much they're charging brick and mortar. I'm sure it's a little bit more. But if you can find them in a group buy, go for it. You'll get a much better deal. But $59.99 seems to be about the gist of what everyone's selling it for. Now, cons. One of my biggest cons, other than the button getting really hot and getting like the little heat shock here before the button fix, which was a really huge con for me, is the 510, or not the 510, the drip tip connection here. Like, okay, this one fit, right? But problem is, this is a stainless steel tip here, and it gets really hot because your coils and everything and the deck make it really close to the surface. Now, this one doesn't necessarily fit all that well. Let's see, and I had another one in here. Where was it? Let's try this one. This one doesn't go down all the way, so I have that gap right there. So that was one of the bigger cons I had. So next con was the airflow control. For me personally, this might not apply to you guys out there. If you're building, 0.3 or above, this is probably perfect. There's probably plenty of airflow for you. I want to say close to maybe a little bit less than a 3/32 dual airflow or single airflow, depending on how you run your airflow. But other than that, those are the only cons I really have. Once the button was fixed and I didn't have those issues anymore, I really enjoyed using this device. And I'll go over the button fix and why it was having those issues when I do the next video. So there you go. This is my review. A very sloppy review, I apologize for that, on the EHPRO Valkyrie clone. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and vape on. How about we go into up close mode and show you all the ins and outs of the Valkyrie clone. That didn't work. So how about we go into up close mode and I'll show you about